Alright everybody, welcome back to 30 Days to Becoming a Lighting Ninja. I'm David Henry from LearnStageLighting.com, and in this video I want to talk about how to lay out your console when you know the music. So in the last two videos I've been talking about how to lay out your console, how to get going when you don't know the music, okay? When you're totally punting it live and on the fly. But what about when you do know the music? Well, it's pretty simple, and I'm going to start with our friend the Obey 40, just a very simple console. On this particular console, you're kind of limited by a row of scenes here at the top, some chases that you can pull up here at the side and get from here, control them on faders here, and you can move things manually on the faders as well. It's a little bit advanced. So when you're working with a console like this and you do know the music, I'd go with your scenes here. Make each scene bank in this console a song, okay? And then just go, verse Q2, pre-chorus, chorus, verse 2, chorus, bridge, end. Something like that. And make it the same for every song. And if it doesn't change in a particular song, say you don't change between some of these scenes on a particular song, you can write that in your notes. And I would go ahead, that's actually a big tip that I have here, is before you program anything, no matter what console you're in, when you know the music that the band's going to play, you know what the songs are, and maybe you're working with the band and you're their light person, take notes. And I like to do a spreadsheet, actually, and just put out all the songs and then what your lighting cues are for each part of the song and what you like to program. And then whether you're on your console, moving up to somebody else's console, whatever, you can always reference your notes as you're programming, as you're playing back. And then go ahead and just lay those out. Lay out your individual scenes. And then note in your notes when you do bring in chases. So if you use one of these chases, there's 6 here on the Obey. You write that on there. You say, I use chase 1 here, I use chase 2 here, I use chase 3. And then last, when you're using a console like this, use the faders. Have the ability, and put this in your notes, to select a couple fixtures during a particular song, grab a couple faders, and move things around. Now, as most of you guys know, the Obey 40 is not my favorite, and you can do a lot better with some basic software. So if you're in a piece of software like NTEX DMX's D Pro, whether you're on the Light Shark back there behind me, whether you're in MPC, the structure is pretty much going to be the same. You're going to have cue lists, which DMX's will call banks. A lot of other consoles are going to call them cue lists. And you're going to have presets in DMX's, or cues, as a lot of consoles call them. And what you're going to do is just go ahead and program out a cue list or a bank for each song, and then it's going to work exactly the same way as it does on the Obey. Q1, opening look of the song. Q2, verse 1, if that's different. Pre-chorus, chorus, etc. The nice thing about a software controller, or just something that's got a little more ability to it than that Obey 40, is you can label stuff in the console. So label your cues. Label when each one comes in. Label any notes that you have. Like I talked about with the Obey, having that spreadsheet of, okay, do this and then do that and then do this. Make your notes in there. Note things like guitar solo, on the bridge. And the cool thing about this is then, hey, if you get sick or somebody needs to fill in for you, you can pass those notes along to them and they can make pretty close to what you need to do. But that's really the simple layout, is when you do know the music, go ahead and just make every song like you did previously. And then in the next video, I'm going to talk a little bit, I'm going to riff on kind of how the other things that I program, even when I know the music and the set list is defined and I'm working with the band, what else do I program besides the individual songs? And I'll see you guys there. Thanks.